Picture this. Two guys talking about true crime,
Weird mysteries.
horror stories,
But the conversation is light.
and mostly funny.
and sometimes naughty.
This is
A
Scriptsalog.
Spotify exclusive.
I'm Gideon.
And I'm Glenn, and we're serving huge portions of horror and true crime twice a week.
We'll make sure your cravings are satisfied.
And you'll be begging for more.
Char.
Check us out.
This is Scriptsalog, available exclusively on Spotify.
Hi, this episode is not suitable for everyone. Parental guidance is advised. We are Bunk Collective.
You make my heart sing. You make everything groovy. Come on, wild thing.
Welcome to your unfiltered Tagalog Wrestling Podcast. And this is the MTV Show Podcast, a wrestling podcast. Ayan. So, welcome to the podcast. I guess I'm back since last week. So, I took a leave of absence from last week kasi medyo ang lala. Ang lala nung lagay ko last week, I swear. Long story short, nagkaroon ako ng sakit. Oo, totoo. Nagkaroon ako ng sakit. Then, yung habang nire-record ko yung episode dapat last week, yung supposedly episode number 161. Na ngayon, we're recording 161. No? Pero yung 161 dapat, recorded na yun. Pero, feeling ko hindi ako komportable nun na i-record yung episode na yun. It's a predictions episode dapat. Pero sige, I let it slide for now. Pero, alam mo naman, ang sakit, ano yan tao dito, ang sakit, hindi mo mapipredict yan. Kaya, I decided to took at least days of absence from this show. Mahirap siya na desisyon, no? Na sabi ko, I'm going to take a leave of absence. Ang hirap. Pero hindi ibig sabihin nun, hindi ako nagpa-follow sa wrestling, no? Mga past few days, sobrang init, tas mapapasok ako sa malamig. And no choice din naman. Kasi napakainit talaga doon sa pinag-stayan namin sa Batangas. Sobrang init. I swear, guys. Kaya, yung mga hindi naman importante yung pupuntahan, wag na kayong lumabas. Wag na kayong gumaya sa akin. Napakatanga ko. Na palabas-labas ako. Yung pawis ako ng pawis. Palit din ako ng palit ng damit. Hanggang sa pagbalik ko dito sa Cavite, nagkasakit ako. For almost halos mga ilang araw na din. And now, at least, nagre-recover na ako. Lucky me. Nagre-recover na ako from this shit. Ang meron na lang ako ubo. Kaya, anytime na I'm speaking to you guys right now, at umubo ako, pasensya na. Sobrang pasensya talaga. Hindi ko kayang i-predict yung sarili ko when it comes to this sickness. But, not surprised. But thank God, I'm back after almost 7 days of no episodes. And I'm here to do another one. Yun lang. Ayoko na masyado mag-rant. Let's start with supposedly my last week's main attraction. Let's start with my thoughts on MWF Republica. Hindi ko na siya nagawa last week kasi sobrang sama talaga ng pakiramdam ko. I'm going to give my experience muna sa buong experience ko. As in, yung pagbiyahe ko from here until doon sa circuit, sobrang smooth. Iwasan nyo lang yung One Ayala. One Ayala, panira yan ng experience. Sabi doon sa terminal management doon, sabi nila, yung One Ayala is hindi daw talaga tapos pa eh. Hindi pa siya tapos. Then, pinapagamit na siya. Ang weird. Ang weird ng siste. Kasi hindi pa tapos yung buong terminal na yon. Then, pinapagamit na siya ng ganyan-ganyan. Kasi gusto daw nila pagbukod na yung biyahe ng mga buses from QC, ganyan, hanggang mapunta ng Alabang sa South. Tsaka para magkaroon na rin ng linis o luwag sa buong buong Ayala, basically. Masyado pa ako nagpo-focus eh. Okay, so yung experience na yun sobrang smooth, except doon nga sa One Ayala. Iwasan nyo na lang yung One Ayala. Sa mga pupunta sa circuit, sa mga susunod na MWF at saka FAW shows, iwasan nyo na lang yung One Ayala. One Ayala is the most ridiculous thing I ever stepped sa Makati. Siguro kung bababa kayo ng papunta ng circuit, bumaba na lang kayo ng Buendia o kaya bumaba kayo ng before SM o kaya sa may Park Square, sa may landmark. Doon kayo bumaba, then maglakad na lang kayo papuntang landmark. Sa gilid ng landmark, there's a jeep. Umiikot naman siya buong Ayala Triangle. So, yun. Si experience. Wala eh. That's life. Then, yun lang naman ang problema ko. Madali yung pagsakay, actually. Kahit bata, makakasakay doon. Panigurado. Yan. So, overall, yung experience, that was great, actually. As a fan, as a media, as a, ayun. So, as a media, as a podcast host, or kung ano-ano man, the experience to watch MWF shows, especially, lalo na first time ko na nanood ng MWF show lang live, sobrang saya. As in, sobrang saya ng experience. Actually, ang purpose ko ng pagpunta doon sa circuit is to watch as a fan. No? Nanood ako doon as a fan. Wala akong pakialam sa mga sponsorship o sa mga tawag dito. Wala akong pakialam. I'm not acting there as a host of this show. Hindi ako ma-actong host doon. But someone called me from KC, K5 Cafe, na andun din pala daw ako. Nakalista rin ako sa media kasi chinat din ako ni Sir Toots days ago before that. And wala na ako nagawa. Nag-media ako doon throughout the event. And that was a blast. Nakakapanibago. Kasi ang goal ko talaga, manood as a fan, not as a media. But yeah, mamaya, I'm going to save my thanks to all of them. Pero yun, sinasabi ko to para wala akong bias, no? Baka sabihin na naman ng iba dyan, bias ako, o kung ano-ano mong sabihin niyo sa akin, na regardless, wala rin naman akong pakialam. Pero, wag niyo naman ako itatag na bias. Okay ba tayo? Ganun lang naman, okay lang. Pagsabi ako ng kung ano-ano, it's based on my experience. No? Lahat tayo may experience, pambihirang patis. And that was my first experience, or that was my first exposure in a wrestling environment na hindi sa bahay ko o hindi dito sa bahay. Diba? Sorry. So, parang natatawa ako kasi that was my first experience in a wrestling environment. Lalo na, circuit yun eh. Circuit, the home of pro wrestling in the Philippines, in default. But yeah, experience, that was great. Overall, okay. Yung card, ayoko siyang i-discuss ngayon. I'm going to save it for a special episode, a secret episode, na ita-drop namin at some point with Slick of This Drunken Midnights, tsaka, Slick Master Files. Don't worry, hindi po kami manlalait ng matanda dito, Para malinaw. Pero ayun, yung episode na yun, we're going to drop that at some point. Once every episode of Action Novela Republica, the tip episodes, once ma-drop lahat yon, sige, drop namin yung review. Para medyo mapanood din ng lahat. Tsaka magkaroon din ng ideya, yung lahat na makikinig dito regarding on that episodes o yung mga nakamiss sa live experience. Sobrang as in, mind-blowing ng experience na yun. Sabi ko lang, maraming noticeable moments doon sa show. Like, wait lang, where's my notes for that show? Okay. Kita ko. Ito. Natago ko kasi, tanga ko eh. Ito, marami akong noticeable moments. So, syempre, seeing Yappy wrestling live on that show is already a blast to me. Like, sobrang saya. Lalo't sobrang bihira na dayuhin tayo ng mga ganong kalalakas o ganong impressive na wrestlers. And especially Tito Tajiri, ayun, pucha. A Tajiri experience is a must. At least once in your career or in your life. Kailangan nyo mapanood si Tajiri mag-wrestle. At magre-retire na rin siya. And sobrang swerte ko na mapanood si Tajiri mag-perform in front of a sold-out crowd sa Power Mac. No? Ayan. So, noticeable matches lang para sa akin. Ito, SJM, St. John Martin versus Ken Cypher. Ken Cypher, plano ko siyang i-invite dito sa show. Magdi-discuss kami about doon sa kanyang upcoming title match. Mamaya, pag-usapan natin yun in due course, no? Then, yung kina Main Max, tsaka kay Robin Zane, ayun, that was a great match too. Na syempre, pag-uusapan natin in due course, no? Then, kay Godkiller, David Ravena, tsaka yung kay Pink Shirt. I swear, hindi po kami magtatawag ng matanda dito, no? But yeah, it is what it is. Then, the triple threat, JDL, Yappy, and Cristo. Tapos yung kina Tajiri, Jomar. And the main event, of course, the main event was a blast. Fabio and SJ, you should watch it. Kung i-release siya sa Facebook or YouTube ng libre, you guys should watch it. Trust me. Thank me later. You should watch it. Swerte nyo, napanood nyo siya ng libre sa Facebook at saka sa YouTube ng MWF. Swerte nyo. Sobrang swerte nyo. If i-release siya, pero iba pa rin yung experience ng live. Parang flip-top lang yan. Pagka hindi mo siya na-experience ng live at least once, parang hindi siya tawag ba dito? Hindi siya parang it's a wrestling, same sa flip-top. Yung flip-top kasi, pag pinanood mo ng live, mas mararamdaman mo yung yung mga linya, yung mga sinasabi ng mga MCs. Ganun din sa wrestling. Pag napanood mo ng live ang wrestling, I swear, parang gusto mo na rin mag-wrestling. Ganun yung feeling. Pero ito habang dinidiscuss natin tong MWF Republica, ilatag na rin natin yung pag-uusapan natin in today's episode. Kasi nakaka 10 minutes na ako. I'm just talking about MWF, okay? So, pag-usapan natin on this episode is basically may review on Backlash 2023 and syempre yung fallout ng WWE Draft. Pag-usapan din natin yung mga nangyari doon sa tournament na inumpisahan na technically ng WWE for the World Heavyweight Championship na binalik nila just days ago. Usapan din natin yung belt mamaya-maya, no? Kasi naiwan siya doon sa original na episode ko last week, no? Na na-record ko, yung thoughts ko na naiwan. Basta pag-usapan natin yung due course. But first, gusto ko muna magpasalamat sa mga bosses ng MWF for trusting me, especially trusting me sa pag-media doon sa event. So first, kay Sir William Elvin, syempre, siya yung unang nakamayan ko na boss ng MWF. So syempre, magpapasalamat ako sa tiwala, syempre sa suporta, then sa podcast, no? Then, kay Ma'am Veronica Shannon also used my photo na sobrang potato doon na walang ka-edit-edit. Doon sa, she used it as a, in-upload niya sa Instagram story. I acknowledge that. Ayun, so magpapasalamat tayo kay Veronica. Sobrang bait. As in, I swear. Then kay Sanigo, sa the rest of the MWF roster. Tapos syempre kay Sir Toots sa pagtitiwala, yung PR team ng MWF. Sobrang salamat sa pagtitiwala sa akin. All of these years na naging fan ako ng Philippine wrestling. Ngayon lang ako naka-experience ng ganun ka-down to earth na experience while I'm watching MWF or wrestling in general here in the Philippines. So, sabi ko nga, uulitin ko yon. And syempre, hindi yun ang magiging huling panonood ko ng wrestling dito sa Pilipinas. It will be my last. Hindi siya yung magiging last ko na experience. Uulit ako at some point. Baka nga sa August, andyan ako. Let's see what's going to happen next. Everything is possible at this point. No? So, yun lang naman. Sinare ko lang yung MWF Republica experience ko on this first part. Kasi sobrang dami natin pag-uusapan. Baka nga mag-over tayo sa isang oras para mapag-usapan natin tong buong show and buong experience dito sa podcast. So, for now, we're going to take our first commercial break. And when we come back, we're going to talk about Backlash. Tsaka, I have a special rant for everyone, especially Disney Plus. Hello, Daga. I really missed you. Na-miss ko mag-run sa Disney Plus. So, it's time to do it again. Let's check our bankmates, Bank Collective.
Annyeong, we are One to Sarang.
Your next favorite Hallyu podcast.
We talk K-drama.
Mandaming kilig every time
Oh my God.
K-drama.
We also talk K-pop.
Yung feeling ko sa 17 na they bring me so much happiness.
And we live to entertain.
What you gonna do when Dicky Steak in front of
Check us out now on Spotify and Apple Podcasts.
Also on YouTube. Join us sa Tawanan at Kwentuhan from One to Sarang.
Been wanting to learn about different careers? Or just need that nudge to pursue your passion projects? Here at Project Offbeat Careers Podcast, we talk to guests with unique careers outside the usual corporate shtick. Listen to historians, gamers, teachers, and cosplayers. See how they've succeeded and how you can apply their learnings to your workplace. Catch us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and YouTube. And get ready to take the off-beaten path with us.
Ayan, so welcome back to the podcast. We're continuing the pod. Kahit sobrang lala nung audio, naglolo ko na yung audio ko habang nagre-record ako ng part 1. But let's continue with our WrestleMania Backlash or Backlash review. Paiklihin na nga lang natin para matapos na. So, start tayo with the Io Sky versus, pasensya na, sisigaw mo na lang ako para medyo mas klaro, no? Io Sky versus Bianca Belair for the Raw Women's title. Actually, this match was great. Sobrang ganda ng laban na to. I know Bianca will retain. Yung script ko lumilipad na. Pero, in my mind, I know Bianca will retain her championship. Pasensya na, Bonk, ginamit ko na yung Bonk book na po na background for today's recording. But bakit? Okay. Eto, so pag-usapan natin real quick tong Backlash. So, Raw Women's title, I think that was great. Pero feeling ko magtatanong lang ako may mapipiga pa ba ang WWE kay Bianca? May mapipiga pa ba sila kay Belair? Sa totoo lang, wala na eh. Parang feeling ko wala na silang mapipiga kay Bianca. Kaya parang ang random na ng mga opponents niya. Dumarating na tayo sa point na sobrang boring na ng kanyang title run. Pero, Sa tingin nyo guys, sino ba ang dapat makatalo kay Bianca? Let me know in the comments. Pasensya na, naka-earpiece na lang ako. Kasi hindi ko na talaga matiis i-record tong portion na to. And hindi ako pwede walang podcast today. So, I have to deal with this for now. Okay, continue tayo with... okay. Almost versus Seth. For me, this match... I think this is not my favorite. Piling ko ito yung magiging least favorite ko. I know the purpose of this match is to put almost over. Pero feeling ko may isa pang agenda about it. Maybe ito na yung magpupush kay Seth to the moon as he joins and ngayon part na siya doon sa World Heavyweight Title Finals na ika-crown nila yung first champion sa Night of Champions PLE on May 27. Then, US title. Hindi na ako nagulat dito personally. Hindi na ako nagulat kung sino man yung nanalo dyan. Kasi siya man o kung sino man sa dalawa, feeling ko hindi naman mananalo talaga si Bronson Reed tsaka si Lashley doon sa match na yon. No, so di na ako nagulat dito sa dalawang title match na to kina sasalalamunan kina Austin Theory. Yun. Then yung SmackDown Women's title, ang maganda dito, I love the crowd reactions. No? Sobrang ganda ng crowd reactions dito throughout the match. And actually, throughout the event, sobrang ganda ng crowd reactions towards all of them. Kay Rhea at saka kay Selena. Tapos, yung street fight, personally, may favorite ko to. This was my favorite spot of the night. I think, ito na nga dapat yung gawin nilang main event. Pero feeling ko, ba't di nila ginawang main event? But, yeah. Just Bad Bunny and Damian Priest beating up each other. I think that satisfied me naman. And it deserves a lot of praise talaga from all of the fans. Mapa WWE fans man yan, mapa Bad Bunny fans man yan, o mapa casual lang. They all deserve the respect that they deserve. Okay? Then, but yung simula din sa match na to, feeling ko nag-lukewarm na yung crowd. Naboringan na sila masyado. Bloodline versus KO, Sami Zayn, Riddle. Aminin na natin yung hype nila, KO at Sami, medyo nag-lukewarm na. And kailangan na siguro ng something sa storyline nila para mag-continue pa yung storyline nila. Wala na kasi progress, sa totoo lang. Wala na siyang progress. Kailangan na siya ng bagong climax para mag-continue yung bloodline storyline na ito. And may tease na, may tease, pero feeling ko hindi pa yan eh. Hindi pa yan ang magiging climax ng buong feud na to. Then, Cody Brock. Feeling ko hindi dapat ito naging main event. Dapat ang naging main event was the street fight talaga. Okay, yun lang. Then, the match was fun. And hindi ko in-expect na magbiblade si Brock ng ganun kalala. Hindi ako nag-expect na magbiblade si Brock ng ganun kalala. But, yun. Let's go to our recap of pro wrestling this week. Ayan. So, Nakamura and Karrion Kross competed in their last match bago magpunta si Nakamura sa Raw. That was fun for me. Kung may pag-usapan natin yung backlash review ko, thought ko. Then, nag-upisa na nga yung World Heavyweight Title Tournament. So, Cody, Miz, and Balor fought, and with Balor winning, pag-usapan natin yung nangyari pagkatapos. Then, Damian Priest, Nakamura, and Seth Rollins fought in another slot. So, basically, on that main event, same night, Finn Balor and Seth Rollins fought in a fantastic main event. Then, ayun. Then, nagkaroon nga ng pag-screw si Brock kay Cody. And, ayun. In F5 niya si Cody. Screwed him. 1, 2, 3. That was epic kasi ako. And Brock wants a fight. Parang ito na nagkakaroon ng justification why Brock attacked Cody all along. Nagkakaroon na ng liwanag na explanation bakit niya inatake si Cody and so forth and so forth. Yun, nagkakaroon na siya ng explanation, no? So, it's fine for me. At least nalalayo din si Cody doon sa bagong belt and nalalayo rin yung perspective na consolation prize yung bagong World Heavyweight title. Tama? Then, SmackDown Tournament. Magti-take place siya this week sa Saturday with AJ Styles, Rey Mysterio, and Edge fighting on one side. Then, Austin Theory, Sheamus, and Lashley fighting on the other. Where the winners will face each other in the main event of that episode. Then, ang mananalo nun will face Seth Rollins at Night of Champions for the World Heavyweight Championship. So, ayan. Yun lang. Ang overall thoughts ko throughout the show, the Backlash, na-appreciate ko yung crowd. Sobra na-appreciate ko yung crowd. Like, holy fuck. We deserve Puerto Rico crowd every year, putya. We deserve better, definitely. Puerto Rico deserves more. Rather than that. Hindi lang ito actually. Puerto Rico deserves more. And we're looking forward for more Puerto Rico PLEs sa show, no? Ito, so ratings na ng Backlash before we go to our commercial break. Mag-continue tayo sa ating podcast, ano? So, yung Raw Moments title is 4 out of 5. The almost set is 3.5/5. The US title is 3. The SmackDown Women's title is 3.5. The Street Fight, it's 5. The Bloodline KO sabi, Riddle match, 6-man tag, it's 3.5. And the main event, Cody Brock, is 3.3/5. We'll be right back after a short break. Let's talk about NXT, the NXT Women's title tournament, and Dynamite, of course, on our next portion of the podcast. For now, let's check our bunkmates here on Bunk Collective.
Get in, loser. We're going shopping.
I can't. I'm sick.
Yung tataa.
Boo, you whore. Di lockdown pa rin.
Huh? 2021 na.
So, anong gagawin natin?
Di, magstay na lang sa house at makinig sa Cha-Astrology, the podcast. With new episodes every Tuesday on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and Google Podcasts.
Hey everyone, this is Mo Twister, and you're listening to the Kingdom Podcast with the voice, DJ Yuki.
That was the OG, Mo Twister, promoting this podcast. If you like Korean pop culture, or know someone who does, then get into it, and visit our Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram pages at the Kingdom Pod PH.
We're proud to tell you that this is one of the premier shows to go to for your weekly dose of K-pop. So drop everything and listen to the Kingdom Podcast. Available in all your podcast streaming platforms.
Join us!
Okay, so we're back on the podcast. Continue tayo with earpiece pa din on it. Wala na tayo magagawa kasi nagloko na yung earbuds ko. Nagloko na yung actually. Kaya continue ko muna gamitin. Let's talk about NXT. So we have a tournament na matatapos siya sa NXT Battleground. Nangyari na yung ilang tournament matches. So there's Tiffany Stratton beating Gigi Dolan and Lara Valkyria defeating Kiana James. The tournament will continue next week with Roxanne Perez versus JC Jane. Then, hindi ko tanda yung isa pa. I think it's Fallon Henley and Cora Jade. Yeah. So, yan. Continue yung tournament next week on NXT. Okay. Yung isa pa, we have title matches this week on NXT. So, Gallows defeated the Dyad. Taka na, nasama na ako sa sequence ng mga matches ng Gallows no? Hindi naman sila heels, pero they're acting like fucking heels. Seryoso, natatawa ako sa characters ng Gallows right now. I don't know what's wrong with it. Parang feeling ko, they suck. They suck big heat, they suck big face. I don't know what's wrong with them. Pero feeling ko they suck. Them. Okay, so the main event of this week's NXT, hindi ko na pag-uusapan na mahaba. We have Braun Breaker versus Trick Williams. Like, that match was fine. That was fine. Feeling ko, filler na lang to for the upcoming match between Braun Breaker and Carmelo Hayes at NXT Battleground. I'm really looking forward to this, and kailangan na lang ma-progress yung build ng feud na to para mag-continue siya throughout the whole feud na to. Like, holy fuck, we need something new from this. Then, let's go to AEW now. So, Claudio Castagnoli defeated Rey Fenix in a double Jeopardy match. So, basically, si Claudio and his tag partner will get a title shot for the ROH tag titles. Yun. So, yun. Yun yung sequence. Then, Miro and Thunder Rosa made their respective returns. Then, they went to TK's office. Then, ito na nga, nag-umpisa na yung speculation about it. And, ito na nga. We're getting a new show, most likely, sa TNT. They said it on purpose sa TNT. Huge announcement will take place next week, hyping up as one of the best in AEW history. And relating to it, it's the abundance of stars fighting for a shot at competing on these shows. Then ayun, they should watch the Anna JAS versus Julia Hart as well. Yung house rules, medyo komplikado. Ayoko na basahin, ayoko na rin i-review sa inyo. Then, the steel cage match, Jon Moxley versus Kenny Omega. I think that was one of the best matches of their trilogy or their feud. Then, ito na nga, yung highlight nito actually was the Don Callis turn on Kenny Omega. So, he turned on Kenny Omega. Like, holy fuck, why he turned on Kenny Omega all this time? Why now? Pero, expected na tong heel turn na to. Nakita ko na to long time ago. Habang nasa absence ako, kita na natin na mangyayari to at some point. And, nangyari nga. Yan lang. So, that's it for the podcast. Yung episodes, wala naman ganong special sa episode na to. Pero, sana maayos ka pa din yung audio noong mga unang recording. Sana maayos siya. Pucha, lalanon. Nakakahiya. Nakakahiya. Kailangan ko siya ayusin sa post-editing. Doon ko na lang siya ayusin. Dahil na yun. So, pick up the week ko. Yeah, pick up the week ko was actually Bad Bunny, Io Sky, and the Bad Bunny versus Damian Priest match. The street fight from Backlash. Yun lang yung mga pick up the week ko. Then, ayun. So, plug na tayo. Masyado napapahaba. Baka mamaya pumigil na naman yung aking StreamYard. Ayun, please follow the podcast on all of the social media platforms. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Twitch, TikTok. And on YouTube at the MTG Show Pod. Don't forget to subscribe on our YouTube channel, youtube.com/at the MTG Show Pod. Don't forget to subscribe on our YouTube channel nga, youtube.com/at the MTG Show Pod. Don't forget to subscribe and support the podcast on Gank and Patreon. Sa link TR naman yung links. You can join our discussion as low as $2. You can support the podcast in the process. Then, for more podcasts, of course, visit thebongph.com. You can support us on all of the social media platforms of The Bong PH. This podcast is available on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, the rest of the podcast platforms. Please, pakirate naman 5 stars, 6 in Tokyo Dome. Pasensya na sa akin na naman ng output nito, pucha. Then yun, linktr.ee/the MTG Show Podcast. MWF is coming June 4 sa Quezon City Circle. Doon, Lights Camera Action. Then FPW ay nasa Arakrakan on June 10 and 11. You can check all of their socials for more details. Yun lang. So, tayo na, pasensya na sa nangyari sa episode na to. Lala. Nakakahiya. Actually, nakakahiya sobra. And, ayun, ayusin ko yun. Bibili na ako ng bagong cable ulit. Wala nagagabit kasi lagi So, yun. So, maayos siya in coming weeks. Yan lang. So, stay safe, stay reso. See you on the next episode of the podcast. I swear, bibili na ulit ako ng bagong cable. Kailangan kasi yun. Cable kasi yun sa pagsaksak sa desktop at sa iPad ko. So, yun. Kailangan ko na rin ng bagong cable na yun. Tabagal din siya ng 1 year sa akin. Yan lang. So, see you on the next episode of the podcast. Stay safe, stay reso. See you on the next one.